Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bahja. If this is your first time seeing my face, then hey, welcome to the channel. And if you've been here before, like always, it is an honor and a pleasure to have you here with me. On this channel, I help you tap into your fullest potential through self-development, lifestyle, glow up content. So if that's your cup of tea, then you should definitely subscribe. If you want more of me, all my socials are linked in the description. Not only that, but I have a newsletter that goes out every 2 weeks that you guys should definitely subscribe to if you want more of this type of content. That being said, today's video is a glow up guide. As we move into these last 6 months of the year, we reach mid-year. It's kind of like that check-in point where it's like, okay, well, how have I been doing and what can I start doing differently? So if you want to use this summer and these next 6 months to glow up, then I think this video will be extremely helpful for you. But I'm gonna be real with you guys. Sometimes you have to have a glow down. You have to be down bad in order for you to figure out how to truly glow up. And that is exactly what happened to me. I had the fattest glow down the beginning of this year, and I have been working my way back up to feeling my best, looking my best. And the crazy part is, when I was going through this, I thought I was doing everything right. Like, I was doing everything that I could. I was eating healthy, I was working out, I was doing all the things, taking care of myself, but I was still declining in the way that I felt, in the way that I looked. And I realized it was a bigger problem. It wasn't a 20-step skincare routine that I needed. It wasn't going harder in the gym that I needed, but it was really the complete opposite of that. It was understanding my body. It was understanding my hormones as a woman. It was mindset shifts. These are the things that truly help me glow up. When you take time to pour into yourself and your physical appearance, it is so much more than just that physical beauty, but the energy and the radiance and the confidence that you give off is going to be so much more rewarding. When you show up and you pour into yourself, your self-concept, your self-image, the way you see yourself, the way you talk to yourself, all of that changes. You start to see yourself as someone who is disciplined, someone who follows through, somebody who takes care of themselves. And that energy is magnetic. That energy is going to be sensed off of you from miles away. Okay, people start to treat you differently. But when you let yourself go and you don't spend time pouring into yourself and trying to be better in any way, then your self-concept is going to be trash. And when your self-concept is trash, you attract more trash to you. And obviously, I don't mean like literal trash, but when you see yourself as someone who doesn't follow through, someone who doesn't take care of themselves, all of these things will reflect into your everyday life. The things that you think you're deserving of, the opportunities that you think you're deserving of, the things that you do, the actions that you take, it all reflects it. So it's so much deeper than just working out, eating healthy. These things have such a great impact on your life. So I'm so excited to share these tips with you guys because these aren't things that you normally will hear in glow up videos. And I've watched a ton, I've consumed a lot of it all of my life. And so these are things that are going to go beyond just the way that you look. So let's get right into these tips. If you guys have watched my videos, then you know I always start and end with mindset because it is the most important thing. One of the best mindset shifts that I have made personally and has helped me in every aspect of my life beyond just like physically glowing up in my business, in my content, has been seeing yourself as the woman you want to be and not as you are. And I'm not just talking about visualizing and like seeing yourself as the girl who has the snatched waist, who has the long, luscious curls. Like, I'm not talking about just that, but I'm talking about the identity as well. So how does she move? How does she take care of herself? How does she feel about herself? That is what we want to embody. That is how we want to start seeing ourselves now. The beauty of this mindset shift and just like constantly reminding yourself of like, I am going to see myself this way, is you start to make better decisions. When you start to treat yourself as the woman that you want to be, the best that you can be, you start to eat better. You start to talk to yourself better. You start to make better decisions, such as like going on walks and choosing the healthier option. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start to show up completely differently. A tool that has helped me so much and what you want to do is scripting. Write down exactly who you want to be. What does she look like? How does she walk? How does she talk? How does she carry herself? This is so crucial because, and we're going to talk about, this is going to be kind of going into the next mindset shift, but you're going to stop seeing yourself as how you've always been. If you guys want, I do have a Notion template. It's going to be linked in my description, and it's the perfect tool for scripting and building a vision for yourself. How you've always been is is the reason why you have the results that you have. By reminding yourself every single day that I'm going to start to treat myself the way that the best version of me that I can possibly visualize treats herself, you start to act differently. Take a moment to script and write down exactly who you want to be. What does she look like? And it's funny because we all want to be better. Like, we all want to be healthier. We all want to our hair to look better, our nails to be taken care of. We want these things. Okay, well, I'll say I want these things, but when you actually dream about the woman that you want to be, she's probably treating herself better than you're treating yourself now. As long as you believe that that is who you are, you're going to continue to show up that way. And so the next mindset shift that I'm telling you guys will help you so much, I like to call it the old man concept. Basically, it's telling yourself that you are not who you used to be anymore. And it helps you show a lot more grace with yourself and a lot more patience, I guess. I don't know, this mindset shift really helped me so much, especially these past few months and weeks. The results that you have now, when you look around and you look at yourself in the mirror and you see your body and it's not where you want it to be, and you see your skin and it's not where you want it to be, instead of just like identifying with that, just remind yourself this is the reflection of the old man. And the old man is the old version of yourself, the old beliefs that you carried, the old habits that you had, the way that you used to move through life. That is now the old man. What this does is it detaches you from that identity, it detaches you from that reality. And instead of seeing it as this is who I am, this is all that I am, you start to see it as like, oh, this is just, a reflection of that old version of me. I forgive myself for doing that because I was moving through life with the knowledge that I had at the time. I was doing my best with the knowledge that I had at the time. So what that does is it really pulls you out of that, because if you continue to identify with those things and, you beat yourself up or you're impatient, you're never really going to grow. The next time that you look at yourself and you start to get impatient, or you start to talk down on yourself, or you have the opportunity to choose between the better option that your highest self would choose, or the things that are comfortable, the things that the things that are familiar to you, remind yourself this is the way of the old man. This is the old man. It's not me anymore. So where you are right now is not that you failed. It's not that you're behind. It's not that you're a loser. It's not that, like, all those negative things, throw them to the side and just remind yourself this is just a reflection of the old man. Be gentle with yourself, show yourself grace, and your glow up becomes so much easier. Another way of thinking, or another mindset shift that has helped me so much, especially with my goals and where I am, it's thinking of my body as a friend that I love and care for. I think a lot of times we are so disconnected from our bodies, although we're living in it, we don't treat it the way that it needs to be treated. So personally for me, I am recovering from burnout. These past 2 months, I would say, I was recovering from burnout, stress, all these things that made me gain a significant amount of weight. And the thing is, I feel like a lot of you guys wouldn't even notice because I carry my weight differently. And so there was like a point where I was like, how did I even get here? Like, I am so disgusted because, like, how did I even get here? But rather than thinking that way, I just remind myself that my body is healing. My body is going through a healing process from all the stress that it was undergoing. And that's kind of the way that I speak about my body and I speak to myself, because that allows me to be patient with the process. Another way that this could be really helpful is when it comes to the way that you eat. The way that you eat is obviously such a huge and important part of whether you look your best and feel your best or you don't. And it is the most important thing when it comes to glowing up. The way that I eat and the things that I eat is either something that my body needs and loves, or it's something that my body doesn't need and doesn't love. So I literally think of my body in that way. I'm like, does she need this? How does eating this affect my body? Does this make my body happy? Does it make my body not so happy? And every single food that I eat, I make sure that those ingredients are something that is really good for my body. Now, that's not always the case, but I try to keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? That's what we aim for. I think a lot of times the reason why we don't really care is because the effects of those foods that we're putting into our body might not be instant, right? It might not affect us immediately, but over time time, it will impact you and your body will continue to fight and it'll continue to fight and it'll continue to fight. But if it's constantly in that fighting mode and it's constantly fighting everything that you're putting into your body, you are going to suffer the consequences of that. And it'll show up in your skin, it'll show up in your body. You will have inflammation, bloating, all these things. So every time that you are eating, and you are putting something into your body, think of your body as a friend that you love and you care for. And a lot of times, even like when I'm eating my breakfast, you guys know, if you guys watch like my vlogs or you guys keep up on my Instagram and stuff, I've had the egg ick for a long time now, but I continue to eat eggs in the morning because I'm like, okay, my body loves it and I always do feel good throughout my day. I don't have those crashes, things like that. So see yourself and see your body as a friend you love and care for. Okay, now let's go on to the more physical stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about is your environment, your physical environment, your digital environment. And the first tip that I have for you is to have a clean space. A clean space equals a clear mind. I don't know about y'all, and I don't even know if this is like scientifically proven. I'm sure it's scientifically proven if I go and Google this, but when your space is clean, it just helps you make better decisions. It makes me personally feel so good, so light. It lifts my mood and it makes me want to be better. When my space is clean, it's not even just about like the looks of the space, but like when it's clean and it smells nice, it just makes me feel so much better about myself. It's a form of self-love, self-care, and self-respect, and that changes the way that you see yourself. That changes that self-concept. That makes you more confident. And it allows me to make better decisions. Again, I don't know if that's scientifically proven, but somebody look it up. When my kitchen is clean, it makes me want to cook myself a good meal. A very easy way where I keep my space clean is every single evening I have a 10 to 20 minute max tidy up, and it depends on what I need to do, but every single night I just kind of organize my stuff, put them back. Whenever I use things, I try to put them back immediately so I don't have to deal with it later. But 10-minute tidy up every evening, just clean it up. You're gonna feel so good in the morning and it's gonna make you want to do better for yourself. The next thing I kind of want to talk about is your environment, your social environment, your friends, and your digital environment, because that plays such a huge role. What you consume is what you become. Everything that you consume, social media, the TV shows you watch, all of that, it has an effect on the way that you show up. It affects your beliefs, your thoughts, and it will ultimately affect your actions. So for me personally, when I follow people who inspire me, who, have similar goals as me, who are either at the place that I want to be or are also working towards it, it inspires me so much to continue going. It pushes me to keep going. When I open my Instagram and I see Liana Deeb's morning routine that she started 3 hours ago, it just makes me feel so good. Like, it makes me want to show up for myself in those ways as well. So do a little digital detox, or like clean your digital space and unfollow people who have habits that you no longer want to identify with, habits that are no longer serving you. Follow people who are inspiring you, who push you towards being better, who are moving towards greatness, the same greatness that you're moving towards. And another thing is also the people who you decide to be friends with, the people who you spend the most time with. It has a huge effect on you. I love my friends. I love the friendships that I've built. And when I was starting my journey to becoming the woman that I am today, I lost all of my friends. Like, literally, I was starting from zero except for my best friend. I gotta make sure I mention that. But I did lose a lot of my friends, and it was because we were no longer in alignment. I had to step away from certain environments and people because it wasn't serving me anymore. It wasn't aligned with where I wanted to go. Fast forward to now, I have friends and sisters who I genuinely look up to, who I love, who inspire me to be better and to do better every single day. And yeah, it took time to get here. There was a period where I had to be alone and I had to do everything alone, and I didn't really have a lot of friends, but it was so worth it. If there are people in your life who are no longer aligned with you, walk away from that relationship. Yeah, it's hard. Yes, it's difficult. It's an uncomfortable conversation maybe that needs to be had, but when you do that, you will immediately be rewarded for it. Okay, this is another very small thing, but really, really helps you change your identity and therefore change your entire life. And that is little touches that changes your entire mood, vibe, identity. And I want to talk about a content creator, a YouTuber, Haley Gamba, who I love so much. I seen her story not that long ago, and she basically posted about her bathroom. And she said, "It's not my dream bathroom, but I'm going to take care of and love the bathroom that I have now." So I think she was like decorating it or something, or cleaning it. And that is tea. Okay, that is tea. I think another way, or a way that I like to do this, is adding fresh flowers in my space. I might not be who I want to be yet. I might not be exactly where I want to be, but that doesn't mean that I can't take care of who I am, where I am, and what I have. And so it's a way that reminds me of where I'm going and who I'm becoming. And you can do that in a lot of different little ways. Maybe that's dressing differently and dressing the way that, the best version of you dresses. Maybe that's wearing a blazer because you want to be a CEO of a company one day. Like little things like that that remind you of who you are, where you're going, but also allows you to love and enjoy the moment that you're in. The next tip is the power of being a good person. You cannot expect to be an ugly person on the inside, but be a baddie on the outside. Being a awful person literally shines through. It shows. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are. It doesn't matter how tea your body is. If you are an ugly person, you are going to repel all of your blessings. You are not going to be magnetic. You're going to be magnetic in a different way. Being a good person, showing kindness and compassion is the most magnetic, most radiant, most beautiful, most attractive thing in the world. You need to clean your heart and cleanse your heart the way you clean your kitchen, the way you clean your skin, the way you clean your house. Like you need to actually take care and cleanse your heart. That means forgiving people. That means checking in on yourself and asking yourself, why did I feel that way? Where is this coming from? Acts of kindness just because. These things matter so much, and I will die on that hill, okay? If you do not have a good heart and you are not taking care of it, you will become hideous. You will probably be the ugliest person in the world. Okay? So being kind and being a good person and having a good heart is the most attractive thing and the best thing that you can do for your glow up. Start working towards cleaning your insides. Like, okay, whoa. Whoa, slow down, Savannah. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. Hold on. Clean your heart the same way you clean your kitchen. Now, probably the most important thing that I'm going to talk about today, something that I had to learn the hard way: hormones and health. Okay. As women, something that's not talked about enough and affects it pisses me off to even think about it, affects everything: our skin, our hair, our bodies, minds, our hormones, and our health. Okay. Our hormones is so stinking important. So, like I shared with you guys, I've been dealing with a lot of stress, high cortisol levels. And when I tell you guys, that was making me so hideous. And let me tell y'all something. It was messing with my skin, right? So I would have constant breakouts. I was so inflamed and I was so puffy. You guys have probably heard of cortisol face on TikTok. It's a very popular thing right now. I was dealing with that. My hair was falling out. Imagine how pissed I was. My hair was the fullest it's ever been. It was the longest it's ever been, to now being the thinnest it's ever been. And we are working on it. But it literally broke. Like I was so devastated. It was snatching away my natural beauty. Okay. It's not even about makeup, all those things. It was snatching away my natural beauty. And I hated it. I hated it so much. And I didn't know what was going on with me until I realized, yo, I am at a point of burnout. I hate that a lot of like the glow up stuff is like so hustle, 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 grind, grind, grind. It's a million different things that you have to do. Put high intensity workouts, all these things, working out 2 to 3 times a day, eating way under a healthy calorie deficit. Like all these things have been normalized so much under glowing up and looking better. And it was just making us uglier because it's stressing out our bodies. Our hormones are all over the place. We have hormonal imbalances because of things like that. And so what we need is rest instead of hustle. Cortisol levels to be at baseline. Chill the hell out. Take walks instead of really intense workouts. It just makes me so upset because these aren't things that were ever taught. And if you're dealing with burnout, I have an entire video that I made of tips and things that have helped me overcome it. Our hormones being imbalanced causes brain fog, inflammation, bloating, hair in places where you don't want them, fatigue, maybe irregular periods. It is so harmful to us, but yet we're still told to push, 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 grind, grind, grind. Things that have really helped me is taking my rest seriously. Okay, taking my rest seriously has been the most important thing. I have been a high intensity workout girl. I've been on a weight loss journey before. I've ate a really low calories before. Like I've probably made every mistake there is to make. And I'm recognizing now that the most important thing for me, in order to have the body that I want, in order for me to have the skin I want, in order for me to have the long, luscious hair that I was working so hard on, in order for me to have that, I have to take my rest seriously. I have to honor and respect my body as a woman and not just listen to everything that I hear on the internet. Every single night before bed, I take magnesium. I have a nighttime routine that allows me to wind down, to calm down, to bring my nervous system down after a stressful day of work. I go on long walks instead of punishing myself in the gym and doing the Stairmaster for an hour, which I still love. I still love. But instead of every single day pushing myself, listening to my body and understanding what it needs right now. Today, I need a walk because I can't do the most. One day, I might have more energy where I can push myself. And because of our cycle, we're going to feel differently on different days. We can't have that grind, grind, grind that men are able to have, which good for them. Love that for them. But that's just not how we function. You don't need discipline. You just need devotion. And that's another mindset shift. I should have added that. I just have to listen to myself first and really ask myself, where am I at? What does my body need from me? And yeah, sometimes I can push through and other times I can't. And that is okay. As long as I still stay devoted to my goals and who I'm becoming, and I respect and honor my body, getting to my goals is going to be so much easier. Our hormones are so important and they affect everything. So take care of it. Eat well. Another thing that causes stress and puts your body in this fight or flight is eating like eat food that your body likes and use that mindset tip that I gave you guys earlier of just treating your body like a friend. Another tip that I have for you guys, and something that is so huge in your confidence, your aura, the way you show up, is wearing clothes that you love. Like putting on an outfit and taking time to actually put yourself together and look presentable and do your makeup if you want to do your makeup. Like these are all things that help you feel so much better. You feel so much more confident. And it's crazy because people will actually treat you better as well when you show up looking presentable. I'm talking clean, obviously, putting on a clean outfit, putting on, just an outfit that you enjoy, because the way that you carry yourself will then be different. But it changes the way that people approach you. It changes the way that people see you. People see you as more trustworthy. People want to give you opportunities. People see you as more successful. So put yourself together. Do little things that feel like you, that make you feel good. One thing for me is my jewelry. My jewelry gotta be on, okay? It gotta be on. Another thing for me is also my teeth gems. You guys can see my teeth gems. That's another thing that is a part of me, something that I love, something that makes me feel good and confident. I love doing my makeup. When I don't do my makeup, it's more important for me to be wearing like a nice outfit than anything. So putting myself together, and it's taken me a really long time to kind of learn these different things, like things that work for me. So it definitely is just like trial and error and trying different things. I started learning how to do my makeup when I was literally in middle school. I had no business doing my makeup in middle school, but it's taken me a while to learn the brow shape that I like better on me, the type of beat that I like these things take time, and just curating a closet for yourself actually takes time as well. Another tip when it comes to looking more presentable is wear clothing that actually fits you. Forget the size on the tag. That's literally the dumbest thing ever, to worry about the size that you're picking up rather than how it fits and how it looks and how it feels. Sometimes you just need a bigger size, and that's okay, okay? Y'all know that scene from White Chicks, you never need a bigger size, honey. No, sometimes you do need a bigger size because it just fits better. But yeah, just like look put together. And then of course, hygiene is another thing when it comes to looking presentable. Take care of your nails, take care of your toes, just take care of yourself. Another thing that is such a small thing but has such a huge impact on your glow up, and it sounds silly, but is to do more things that you enjoy. Do more things that make you happy. Do more things that pull you out of the chaos of the world and allows you to just literally like live. Another tip that is so obvious but also really helps you not only with your hormones but with like every aspect of your life is movement. It's such an obvious one to say this in a glow up video, but movement is so important, and walking is tea. Okay, get your shoes on, go outside. 15 to 30 minutes every single day will literally change everything. Walking is obviously a low impact workout, so it won't stress your body out. But not only that, but it helps with your lymphatic system. It helps drain out all the toxins out of your body. I don't know, it's just such a good feeling. And when you walk outside, obviously nature, it's so healing and it just makes you feel good, feeling the sun on your skin, fresh air, the wind. It's just such good vibes, and it has made me such a happy person. I don't know how to explain it, but my daily walks bring me so much joy. I have been absolutely loving solid core to the point where I'm excited to wake up every single morning and go to my class. So that's something that I've genuinely love and enjoy. And so it doesn't feel like punishment. It doesn't feel like torture, but it's like a way of just like doing something I love. Like it makes me happy. I talked about this a little bit, but I want to talk about it a little bit more. The next tip that I have for you is lymphatic draining. I have been loving it ever since I learned about the lymphatic system. I was like, oh my goodness. Basically, the lymphatic system is a system in your body that drains out all the toxins, the bad stuff in your body that you want to get rid of. But unlike our heart that pumps itself, it needs something to help it flow. I'm probably not explaining this the best way possible, but if you have all these toxins just sitting in your body, it's going to show up in your skin. You're going to have like breakouts and acne. Not only that, but you're going to have inflammation, bloating. So some things that help is dry brushing. This is something that I've incorporated in my routine. Another thing is wood therapy or just using your hands to kind of get that system rolling. I don't know if you guys have seen, but like in Love Island, there's this scene of like Huda and Olandria doing their lymphatic draining in the evening, but that's literally what I do. Another thing that will help you is gua shaing. You can do like a full body gua sha. You can do a massage or gua shaing your face. That helps get that liquid moving and flowing in your body. Definitely look into it more. Watch some videos, tutorials. It has done wonders for me. Okay, so because I am on my hair care journey, I just want to share a few tips with you guys. The first one is understanding your hair porosity type. When you just use random things on your hair and just like different hair products on your hair, you could be damaging it because it's not meant for your hair type. For me personally, I have low porosity hair. It's a lot more dry. It's like more on the drier end. It has a hard time absorbing moisture. So with that information, I can build a hair care routine that helps my hair rather than just using a bunch of random things that are meant for curly hair. A really easy way to do this is to plug your hair porosity type and your hair needs into ChatGPT and just ask it for a hair care routine that will work for your hair. And what you can even do is like, if you see a product, put it into ChatGPT and just ask it, is this good for my low porosity, curly, dry hair? And it'll give you like, it'll kind of break down the ingredients for you and tell you why it's good for your hair or why it's not good for your hair. Another hair tip that I have for you is to focus on hair retention over hair growth. Your hair is always going to grow, but a lot of times our hair is just breaking off at the ends. So focus on hair retention. Those are my two tips that I have for you guys because I was hit. Okay, I am a victim to high cortisol, burnout, stress, and it's done my hair dirty. So I'm on that journey to rebuild that. And those are just some tips I thought I would share with you guys. So that is all that I have for you guys, all the tips that I have for you guys. You do not have to do a million things to glow up this summer, but if you are just gentle and kind to your body and you understand your body needs and and you show up for it every single day, you will be fine. The saying, you eat what you are, is so real. You literally become what you eat. So eat things that are good for you, that your body likes, move your body. These are all simple things. And especially for us women, resting does not put us behind. I know we think that resting and going slower or doing low impact workouts, you're not getting results from it. I promise you that it actually puts you ahead. Take time to rest, understand your body, create systems and routines that work for you in every single stage of your week or even month, because our bodies are so different. And remember, devotion over discipline. Become devoted to yourself, to the life that God gave you, and try to do the best that you can every single day. Fall in love with the journey, fall in love with who you're becoming, honor where you are and who you are, and just move through every single day with intention. And I promise you, your glow up is going to be absolutely insane. I love you all so much, and I wish you guys the best, and I hope to see you guys next time.